Hi guys, Sam Watkinson here, and today I'm going to be teaching you a roundhouse and footwork drill that is mainly for beginners. So this is a positive start focused exercise and drill. Okay, so first thing we need to do, we're going to turn nice and sideways. On my count, we're going to work through just one single roundhouse kick, okay? So don't forget, a roundhouse kick is where we point our toes, we bring our heel to our bum, and we extend out and flick with that kick, okay? So I'll show you one more time, look. From here, my heel comes to my bum, we flick out for that roundhouse kick, and we drop back down, we're ready to start again, okay? So with me, we're going to do one roundhouse kick every time I count. Are you ready? 1, lift and kick, straight back down. 2, flick and down. Try and kick higher as the numbers go on. 3, lift and hit. 4, looking for a nice tight chamber to start and finish with. And 5, lift and flick. We are going to be using both legs, so let's swap stance over, please. Let's have a quick practice run. Bend that leg, flick it out, drop it down, okay? This might be your weaker leg, so just go as high as you can. Are you ready? 1, lift and flick. 2, keeping that backhand tight. 3, awesome. 4, lift and hit, one more time, and 5. Beautiful work. Okay, so let's swap these legs over again. This time we're going to look to add a little bit of movement in with our kicks, okay? So all we need to do now, we're going to step backwards, going to give ourselves a little bit of space. The first 2 movements we're going to work is going forwards and going backwards. Okay, so the plan for us to start here is to step forwards. After that, we lift our leg, flick that kick, drop it down. Then we're going to step backwards. We lift that same leg, we hit with that same kick, okay? We move forwards and backwards every time I count a number. So let's start nice and sideways. Let's start on our toes so we're nice and fast, ready to go. Are you ready? 1, move forwards, roundhouse kick, move back, roundhouse kick. Okay, again, you ready? 2, forwards, kick, back, kick. You can see I'm going nice and fast once I get to know it, okay? 3, forwards, kick, back, kick. Awesome. 4, forwards, kick, back, kick. Okay, one more off this leg. And 5, forwards, roundhouse kick, backwards, roundhouse kick. Very good. Okay, so moving on now, we're going to start to work some left and right. Okay, so we've done the basic roundhouse kick. We've added some forwards and back steps in there. This time we're going to look to move left and right, okay? So we're going to keep the forwards and the backwards, but then we're going to add a side step to the left, side step to the right, and then we can be back into the centre, okay? So we're going to turn sideways. We'll do it through. We'll go through it step by step with me. So we're in our kicking stance, so we move forwards, roundhouse kick, backwards, roundhouse kick. This time I'm going to move over to the left. I'm going to roundhouse kick, and I'll shoot all the way over to the right, and I roundhouse kick, okay? As soon as I finish that, I can then step back into the centre or your starting point, on your toes, ready to start again. We're going to go through it one more time with me, okay? So we move forwards, roundhouse kick, backwards, roundhouse kick. I step across to the left. My front leg's going to lead me that way for the roundhouse kick. And then when I step over to the right, my right leg will lead, my back leg will lead for when I step over, okay? One more time with me. Again, we're sideways. We step forwards, roundhouse kick, backwards, roundhouse kick, over to the left with that front leg lead, over to the right with that back leg lead, okay? Back into centre, ready to start. Okay, 1 to 5, we're all going to work through this together, okay? So let's step back, kick and stance as fast as you can. Are you ready? 1, forwards, kick, back, kick, over to the left, right the way over to the right, and then back into your kick and stance, ready to go. 2, forwards, backwards, over to the left, step over to the right, and then we're ready to go. Okay, we're ready? 3, step forwards, kick, back, kick, over to the left, over to the right, and we're ready to go. 2 more. 4, forwards, kick, back, kick, over to the left, over to the right, and to centre. One more time, last one. Are you ready? 5, forwards, kick, backwards, kick, over to the left, over to the right, and into centre. Time, very good, well done. Okay guys, fantastic. So that is our roundhouse and our footwork part 1, nice and basic. I've got a little addition for you as well. If you've been doing this after a few goes and it's starting to get quite repetitive and maybe quite easy, then when we come from the last place, so let's go through it together. Forwards, backwards, left and right, yeah? When I come back to the centre, rather than just stepping back in the same stance, as I step across, I can switch my stance, okay? So then number 2, for example, would be forwards, backwards, left and right, but then as I step back into the centre, I can then switch my stance again, okay? So every other number, you are able to work that off the opposite leg. We're going to do 1 and 2 together so you can get a real-time feel for how that is. So let's have our left leg forwards, backhand nice and tight, forwards, backwards, left and right with our roundhouse kicks, okay? Are we ready? 1, forwards, backwards, over to the left, over to the right. As I step back into centre, I switch my stance. Okay, again, we're going again off the opposite side now. Are you ready? 2, forwards, kick, backwards, kick, over to the left, I kick, over to the right, and then as I step back into centre, look, I can swap my legs over and I can start again. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that roundhouse kick series. Stay tuned because there'll be part 2 coming up soon.